So I want to talk about the universes of Dragon Ball Super and what they may hold inside of them, and a lot of the things that I've noticed and things that we already know should be applied to them. Now this might turn into some sort of rambling video, and that's fine because I just like talking about Dragon Ball, and hopefully you guys like listening. That's important to me. But we have all 12 universes now shown off to us, at least the Gods of Destruction, the Kaioshins, and the angels that accompany them, and a few fighters. And after seeing Universe 9, I feel like something that's very interesting, and a lot of people have mentioned, I know that, the Universe 9 Supreme Kai is a real dick. I like Zamasu as a villain. I thought he was a great character in the series, and he was very evil, and I'm not saying this Kai is evil per se, but I friggin' hate him. And I think that's what you're supposed to feel. I think you're supposed to despise him, honestly. And if that's the case, then they've done a fantastic job of doing it. And I always love it when series bring in characters that are like amazing to hate on, and it's fun to hate on these characters. And he doesn't seem to have any redeeming qualities thus far. He seems cocky, so sure of his own universe, and he'll seemingly go at any lengths to win the fight. And I guess, yes, all the universes are at stake in his universe specifically, but I feel like he was still a dick before then. And obviously the Universe 9 God of Destruction seems very calm, and we already know from promotional stuff that he struggles to destroy things because it seems like he can't really make up his mind. He doesn't know what to do. I just feel like the Universe 9 Kaioshin's emotion and just the way he acts is so strange compared to our Universe 7 and Universe 10 with Gowasu. Even Zamasu at the start wasn't anywhere near like this Kai was. And again, Universe 6, from what we've seen, they're nothing like the Universe 9. So it begs the question, especially with the trio of dangers, all the Wolfmen, they're kind of really cocky as just like the Kai is. So wonder what that universe really is like. And I'm going to talk about all the universes in general in a few moments. We've seen all the designs of the Gods of Destruction. Of course, I've covered that before, and many other people have. One of the things I found very interesting that we learned in episode 79, well, at least, we got more information, I guess, on, is that the universes don't seem to really know much about each other. Like, everyone in 78 was saying how rude Universe 7 was, and Beerus is talking about the Universe 9 Kai, and seemingly like they don't know it at each other, really. I mean, Beerus is aware of stuff in Universe 6 because his brother Champa is there. And one thing I think is interesting is that I feel like, all the angels probably know knowledge of all their universes because of their father and his connection to, like, all of the universes essentially being, under Xeno. And another thing to remember is, of course, when Whis was originally talking about all of the universes, he said, universes that add up to the number 13 are twin universe. So, Universe 7 and 6 add up to 13. They are twin universes. There was the planet Vegeta, but it was planet Salad, and, had all the Saiyans there still. There was a Frieza type character. So there were a lot of similarities. There was Earth as well. Are we going to see that same idea used during the Tournament of Power? Are we going to see similar character types as far as fighters? Are we going to see some of the same races in a couple of the universes? That's going to be interesting to see if they hold true to that fact, because it is something that was stated in the series. One of the things I found interesting, and we don't know exactly how Gods of Destruction are chosen and all sorts of things. It's assuming that they're just the strongest beings from that universe that want to be the God of Destruction, or maybe they beat the previous God of Destruction, but it doesn't appear that they're born into it. So there was a character that appears to be part of the Pride Troopers from Universe 11, the one with the bunny ears, quote unquote, that really does have a resemblance to Beerus and Champa in terms of just, really is Beerus though, in the face and in the ears. And you could say it's a bunny, you could say it's a Beerus character. We don't really know because we haven't seen a whole lot of it, but it would be interesting to see if Beerus had a race that originated from Universe 11. Again, it's not unlikely that since Beerus has a brother, he has other members of his race somewhere in another universe. But again, it's so hard to figure out what that character exactly looks like, so we really haven't seen it much. And I said I was going to talk about all the universes in general, and I do want to say that when Dragon Ball Super was originally being promoted in 2015, one of the things I remember being said was that Toriyama was going to be creating all these new universes and all these new worlds to explore, and we are getting that in a way. But at the same time, maybe I just expected too much, but I'm not saying I don't like the designs of any of the Gods of Destruction or any of the new characters we're getting, but maybe I expected, at least thus far from what we've seen, something a little more unique in terms of what these universes would hold. We're going to have to see what the rest of the fighters look like, but as far as I can see, Universe 9 has some wolves, and obviously I'm not saying the whole universe is filled with wolves, but they're just wolfmen. And it's cool, they have cool personalities, but it's not that unique of a design, I guess. And Dragon Ball is very simple, very, very simple series. So again, I'm not saying I don't like the designs, I'm just saying I expected a little bit something more unique, I guess. We're gonna have to wait and see on that one though, but I did want to make a video just kind of generally talking about all the universes, what I've noticed and what I think. Very excited to see what we're going to be getting next. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Regardless, please drop your thoughts down below. And of course, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.